Hey everyone, so I want to spend some time today talking about a new video game that I've been playing over the last few weeks called Animal Crossing New Horizons. It's a game I was aware of, obviously, before I ended up getting a copy myself. I know Outside Extra have done some playthroughs on it, and Achievement Hunter have as well. I'm a subscriber to both, so I've seen some of that stuff. But it wasn't really a game I was too sure I was going to get into myself. I didn't know how bothered I was about getting it. But then my girlfriend decided that she was going to get it. She liked the look of the game, and I knew my son was going to end up getting a copy of the game as well. And given the fact that we're all still in lockdown and unable to see each other in person, it was just another way for us to, go online together and have some fun and playing about on a game. So I figured I'd give it a go. And I ended up getting a cheap copy off of eBay, and I've been playing it since. And I've got to tell you, I'm quite surprised by how much I actually enjoy this game. It's one that I've been playing pretty much every day since I ended up getting it, logging in at least once or even twice a day, just to spend an hour or so running around on the island and on the different islands that you can go to. As with pretty much any other video game, though, there are things that I really, really like about it, and there are things that I'm not going to say that I don't like about it, but things that I hope get changed at some point in the future about it, because there's some things which have wound me up a little bit. And I'm just going to do a list of those things now for you. So I'm going to alternate between the two. I'm going to start with something that I would change. Now, this is a pretty big thing for me, to be honest with you. It is changing the island name. To be honest, when I first started playing the game, number one, I wasn't too sure I was going to get into it that much. And number two, I wasn't feeling that inspired, really, to be honest with you. I didn't really have any what I would call brilliant ideas for it. So I ended up calling my island Nintopia. Get it? Because it's a utopia and it's a Nintendo game, so Yeah, it was rubbish. It was a bad idea, and I wish I'd have gone down a different route, especially since my girlfriend has called her island Rivia, as in Geraltov, and my girlfriend's sister has called hers Panem, as in the Hunger Games, which is a series that she really likes. And since I've seen both of those, I was just wishing that I'd made the decision to call it Rohan or Edoras or something like that. It doesn't really bother me too much how you go about changing the name, if it involves exchanging in-game currency for it, or even, to be honest with you, although this wouldn't be ideal, if you paid a small charge yourself out of your own account to actually change the island name. Either one, but just the ability to actually change the island name would, I think, at some point in the future, be a good addition for Nintendo to make. But then moving on from that onto something that I do really like, the aesthetic. It's a beautiful, cute little game, to be honest with you. And I think Nintendo are really, really good at doing beautiful, cute little games. I love how it looks. It is quite, I guess, cartoony in a way, but not in a way that detracts from it. The game looks beautiful, as I've said. It is literally a game that I can sit down and play on for either for half an hour or for an hour or a couple of hours, and I won't get tired of the visual style of it. It's really quite good and quite cute, I think. So yeah. Another thing I change is the ability to move resident services. I've been under the impression since I started playing it that you could move any building that you've made on the island. And that's true of all of them except for resident services. And it's kind of, to be honest with you, messed up my plan for the layout of the main island in the game. Just as you come out of the airport, you run straight forward. I was going to have resident services right in front of you towards the back, about midway in the back of the entire playable area. At the moment, it's just off to the side, which is a little bit irritating because it's kind of the most important building really on the island, with the exception maybe of your own house. It's the building that a lot of what you do centres around, and I'd like to have it in the centre of the island. But when I started playing the game, I couldn't put it there because there were a load of trees and stuff in the way, and I don't think I had an axe that was capable of actually cutting the trees down. So it had to go slightly off to the side, which kind of irritates me now. I'm having to rework my island layout idea. So the next thing, something that I really like about the game, And this is kind of something very, very simple and I guess easy to miss. But your home storage, when you put things into your home storage, it automatically sorts them into the categories that they belong to. So, all your woods get together, or your fruits get together, even the different types, your crafting materials get together, any items that you've picked up along the way, presents, things like that, stuff that you've bought, they all get grouped together. And that's really, really good and really, really helpful. It really irritates me in Minecraft when I've got to manually sort out all the different things that I've got in the one chest into the different groupings. Maybe it's just my OCD kicking in, I don't know. But the fact that the game Animal Crossing does that for you in your home storage, that's really, really good and really helpful, and I love that so much. So the next thing that I would change is from an item customization standpoint. You can't customize everything that you've got. So things like tools or furniture or just items that you pick up along the way. Some of these things are customizable, some of them aren't. And when you've got furniture in your house, and there's a specific type of furniture, like a sofa, for example, that doesn't quite fit in with the rest of your decoration, and you just wish it was maybe a different color or a very slightly different pattern on it or something, and you can't change it. And I think that giving you the ability to customize as much as you can actually pick up, just to put your own stamp on it and make it your own, would be a really, really good addition to make at some point. So the next thing that I really, really like is the fact that there's always something to do. There's always something that you can use to occupy your time, whether it's hunting for materials or gaining Nook miles, which are an important currency in the game, and even things like different bugs and fish and that you can catch being available at different times of the day and indeed different times of the year. It means, I think, that this is probably going to be a game that I'm still going back to in 6 months or a year or even longer than that. But there's always that lead to there being more that you can do in a few more hours or later that evening or the next day. And I think that's great. So the next thing that I would change is there seems to be some restrictions when it comes to the multiplayer aspect. You can go and visit other people's islands, but that's basically pretty much all you can do. You can't go off and visit other islands together at the same time and go hunting for materials at the same time. I think that would be really good. And possibly even things like mini games in it. Like if you go and speak to Tom Nook and he gives you an example, there's an island and there's a scavenger hunt going on, and you can take a friend with you and go and scavenge hunt. Mini games and stuff like that would be a really good addition at some point to make in the future, just to turn it into more of a game that it's not necessarily got more of the leaning towards single player, and that there is that option to do a little bit more with people that you want to play with, friends and family. I think that would be really good to bring stuff in like that. But one thing that I really like about the game is the fact that there isn't a time limit on how long you repay your home loans. So at every stage in upgrading your house, you have to take out a loan to either get a new room or to increase the size of a room. At the moment, the loan that I've got is a little over 1,000,000 bells, and that would take 4 or 5 Scorpion Islands to be able to get, which I haven't had 4 Scorpion Islands in the time that I've been playing. I think I'm on 2 at the moment, maybe 3, I'm not sure. It does allow you that level of freedom to, okay, I've got this home loan, but I don't need to focus on that at the moment. I can look at layout changes and on building new furniture items for the island that I'm living on and all this kind of stuff. That being said, Tom Nook is definitely a crook, and somebody should report him to the tax office or the IRS or somewhere like that, because he's a crook. So the next thing that I hope gets changed, from a customization standpoint, you can basically compose your own island theme tune, which is brilliant. At the moment, even though my island isn't called Rohan, I am kind of gearing it more towards being themed around Rohan. So I've got the Rohan flag, And for the island theme tune, I composed myself. There are places on YouTube where you can go and actually get the composition written out for you and all the notes that you need to put into it. But I composed myself from scratch, just from memory, and trying out different things, the theme of Rohan, which, if you don't know how it goes, the opening few bells are do 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 do. I did promise that I wouldn't sing anymore, but that's not really singing, so I'm not counting it. In composing this theme, I kind of ran out of space towards the end of it. So my theme ended up being a bit more like do 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 do, which is still good, and I'm still happy with it. But I just would have liked those few extra notes that I could put in just to extend those two last bits of the theme, just to make it spot on. That would have been nice. And just to round it off, as we're talking about music, something that I really, really like is just the general island music that you get in the game. Everything from when you're running around the island, finding the resources and doing your fishing and all that kind of stuff, especially when you go into the museum. For me, the music in the museum is brilliant. You know, there's different tracks that play at different times. It's not always the same, but the music that has been composed specifically for the game is really, really nice, and it's just very relaxing. There we go. So that's my little talk on Animal Crossing New Horizons, which is a good lead in for my next video, which is actually going to be my very first Let's Play. I got a game capture device a while ago, and I finally worked out how to use it properly, hopefully anyway. I haven't edited any videos for it yet, so God knows how that's going to go. But my girlfriend Tash and I, last night, we recorded a video together where we were just doing tours of our islands and how we'd gotten on with it so far and where we'd gotten to and what we were planning, sort of thing, which I'm going to be working on over the next few days and hopefully have ready for upload by next week. So tune back in if you're interested in seeing that. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the little video I did here today. If you did, please drop me a like and a subscribe. Really helps me out, and share this video if you think there's other people out there that might want to watch it. Until next time, please be good, be kind, stay safe, and take care of yourselves.